Hello, welcome back to Witness Stories. So, I included this one video as one example of how personality traits can relate to a past life. For me personally, this kind of matchup is very confirming, but such confirmation is admittedly not useful as proof to others. But I don't care at this point, it works for me. I was told that I had a lot of lifetimes on Earth, so I wanted to know an early one. This was very short, but very dramatic. I sent my request for this to my guides mentally. Then I did a regression session by myself, what I called thought forming. I saw myself as a very undressed man with only a spear and not much else. I may have had other things on hand, but at the moment I connected, only a spear, maybe a belt, and sandals. I was just finished from a battle. I was an early form of Spartan, a young man. I had just survived all the fighting in my first touch with this vision. It was my very first battle. I'd trained all my life for this, as it was our way. In this time of the Spartans, they would fight each other at the village level, apparently, or form cooperations between groups and then fight. Those times were brutal. But during the battle, everyone I knew was dead, and many people from the other side were also dead. And some of those I considered close friends or even distant family. Some I had killed with my spear and any means on hand. I had no actual anger I can remember, just duty. I went into automatic mode as best I can tell. I do not know now who won. I think now that as then, everyone lost. I was devastated. I was suffering from total PTSD trauma and forms of survivor's guilt. It all got into me at a deep emotional level. I had no preparation for that part at all. Anger was probably how others had escaped fast emotional collapse. I didn't have any of that. I didn't know what I did for many days after that. At some point, I lost the spear and any wish or hope of surviving. I couldn't even think that I wanted to die. I just went dry and hungry, wandering around aimlessly until, thankfully, I passed. I did not even think to go home. I feel I had more lifetimes to help me process that life and how I got trapped into that mental state. And I have been told I had many lives with military duty in it. So how that is now, I automatically can switch and protect myself from getting that cycle of mind traps that run you down the rabbit hole. I do not become jaded or insensitive, but I do not sink down into grief. I abort that. It's a self-protection mode that I automatically can apply. After I have applied it, then I can use different perspectives to help myself cope with whatever is going on, but I do it in a very, very self-controlled way. I just seem to accept this as part of life. I most often have some spiritual perspective to hold on to help me deal with this. In this lifetime anyway. But I am hell-bent that this behavior can only be done with damn good reason, and I know I would rather die than do wrong at this level or see a loved one be harmed. I fight to protect, never to take. So I just understand that with life there is death, and then there is new life again, or some form of eternity. It's one process. Recently, I lost a grandchild, a very sad situation. Most everybody else in my family went very far down an emotional rabbit hole. I loved the boy, and I sympathize and know how deep that hurt can be. I know it. But I did not go there myself. I was able to be an anchor for many in my family, like it or not. I simply forgive all sides of this and know he is okay now. In time, we all will have dealt with this as best we can. Even him. I know he has to deal with it himself. It very much helps in this life that I have perspectives that I know how to apply. But I also know I very much pursued and incorporated this into myself early in my lifetimes here on earth. It was more important to me than any art with martial intent. Although I did pick up in this lifetime, this lifetime I don't try to do much of that, but I did pick up a brown belt. I think that helped me to be in touch with my more duty-born soldier perspective. So, that is how, answers how did I know how important it is to know these things. I can feel it, like they say, you can feel it in your bones.